Unless you're happy, unless you're fulfilled, unless you're complete, unless you're joyful, you cannot become compassionate to other lives. You cannot become supportive to other lives. You can neither become to a tree, you can neither become to your neighborhood, you can neither become to your wife, you cannot become to anybody. As such, there is nothing called good and bad, sin and virtue, great and stupid. No. Simply there is sensible thing and there is nonsense. For so many people out there, at one point of time in their life, this question always arises, that what is the purpose of my life? Most of the times they end up watching a YouTube video or reading so many books and trying to understand through that article or this or that what is the purpose of my life? What is the purpose of human's life? What is the reason that I'm here? Why am I born? Where will I go? So all these are not big questions, all these are not great questions, they are stupid small questions and the basic questions that we must ask yourself. So the purpose of this video is to have the clarity on what is the purpose of human life. Almost at the age of 24, 25, when I was really going through the bad time, I had some setbacks in my life, this question came into my life, that what is the purpose of my life? Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Is it the life that I am living is this purposeful life? Eating, sleeping, reproducing, and then going to the work, and then having this and that, and being a cyclical stuff is what the purpose of my life that I thought. But I found that no, this is not. To find the answer of that question, that what is the purpose of my life, I read so many books of the Western writers. Either it was Paulo Coelho, or it was Robin Sharma, or it was this or that. I read all kinds of books, more than 50 books. I would have watched almost 100 videos on YouTube. I would have read so many articles just to understand one thing, that what is the purpose of my life. And some ready-made answers are always there in people's minds. Most of the people will say, you do great things, you explore your potential, you do this, you do that, you serve people, you serve humanity, you help people, you plant trees. All these are great purpose of life. And there are 100 people, 100 opinions, 100 understandings, means 100 bloody purposes. So every single person has its own understanding, has its own limits and beliefs in this kind of things. So I also picked one of them and thought that this is what is the purpose of my life. So I started helping people because I thought this is a great purpose of life. Being here means you should help people. So I was helping people. Then for 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, I realized, bloody what the fuck I'm still doing? Is it really a purpose of my life? Because deep within I am unhappy. Deep within I am unfulfilled. Deep within I am not settled within myself. Then is it really the purpose of going and helping people? Am I doing it because I want to do it, or am I doing it because I want something in return indirectly? That's what most of the people doing. In the name of purpose, they are trying to fulfill their desires, they are trying to get this kind of thing or that kind of thing, they are trying to get famous, they are trying to get returns and all kinds of things in the name of purpose. Some of the people have religious beliefs, just taken the religious beliefs and made bloody purpose out of itself, and they are living it and causing enormous amount of damage to the society and to the community and to the people. So what actually is the purpose of life then? If I say there is no purpose of life. Now this is something that maybe you would not be able to digest, or you would say, what the fuck I'm speaking in this video, then why the hell did I make this video, and why the hell did I write in the thumbnail that what's the purpose of life? Let us understand this point. See, to understand the purpose of life, you must understand basic mechanics of the life. How life happens. How big is the life? How small are you? What are the things which are there in the universe? So that you somehow come up to the conclusion that what can be the purpose of life. Let's say this planet Earth, which is so big in your mind. It has all kinds of countries, it has sea, it has ocean, it has rivers. Such a big planet it is, right? But if you go into the galaxy itself, in which the Earth is, then there is Sun, then there is Mars, then there are other planets. Many of them are even bigger than Earth. So that's how this big is the galaxy is. But if you see, even this galaxy is so bloody small in this universe that it is like a speck of the dust in the universe. Millions and billions and trillions of galaxies are there in this universe. It is scientifically proven in the modern science as well that universe is endless. There is no end to it, and there are millions, trillions of galaxies like that. So in that this planet Earth is, in which you are just a human being. And you think you are a big person. You think you would be able to serve the purpose of life. So that is what I am telling. As such, there is no purpose of life, because no matter how big and great things you do in this universe, no impact is going to happen. No impact is going to happen at all. If you just go maybe hundreds of years back or thousands of years back, at the time of Rama, at the time of Krishna, who were supposed to be God, who were called God by people, they did great things in their life. They did even wars to establish the peace. But what difference it makes to the universe? The only difference you can make in people's life, maybe in your life, in other people's life, and that's all. Positively or negatively. So as such, you must understand there is no universal purpose to the life. Either you do great things, or you do bullshit, or you do sin, or you do virtue, or you do this, or you do that. It really makes no difference to the universe. The only difference it can make is to your life and maybe somebody else's life. Oh, people think that we will have to become great, we will have to save the environment, we will have to save the nature, we will have to save the rivers, we will have to do this, we will have to do that. Bloody you lost it. We are the products of nature. Nature is not our product. Nature made us. So we cannot protect nature, we cannot protect rivers, we cannot protect environment. When they want to fix, they will fix in 1 second. The only thing is that bloody you will lose life, I'll lose life, and other creatures will lose life. So we do not create, or we should not create such a big thing in our mind that we will live the purpose of life, we will save this, we will save that. No, you bloody save yourself. That's all. You save yourself, you save your family, and mostly you save your community, society, and save the other creatures. That's all. So it is not something a big bloody purpose. It is a simple, sensible question that if you are living in this society, if you are living in this community, if you are living in this universe, better to live sensibly in the harmony with other things. Then only it will be good for you, not for others. Let's forget others for the time being. It will be good for you, it will be good for your children, it will be good for your grandchildren. If things are not okay, people are going to suffer, and that's what is happening in the universe. That's what is happening in the society and in the people's mind. They think that they are doing something great. So it is very important to understand, as such, there is no purpose of life. As such, there is nothing called good and bad, sin and virtue, great and stupid. No. Simply there is sensible thing and there is nonsense. See, to understand the purpose of life, there are just two things that I would say. One is to work upon yourself, to make yourself happy, to make yourself joyful, to make yourself fulfilled and complete within yourself, not because of this or not because of that. Simply if you sit here with eyes closed and you're happy and joyful, means you have achieved certain kind of balance and fulfillment within yourself. Unless you're happy, unless you're fulfilled, unless you're complete, unless you're joyful, you cannot become compassionate to other lives. You cannot become supportive to other lives. You can neither become to a tree, you can neither become to your neighborhood, you can neither become to your wife, you cannot become to anybody or anything. So the first and the foremost things to serve the purpose of life is to work upon yourself, to make yourself fulfilled and complete. Then only you can think of better things to the community, to the society, to the family, and to the world, and to the country. So purpose of life is just this, that you fix yourself, you make yourself complete, you make yourself happy, Not because of this or not because of that, not because of your partying, not because you have money, not because you have this or not because you have that. Simply being sitting here and joyful, that's being happy. Once you are in that state of life, then you can step out into the world and do the things which are more sensible to the universe, which are more sensible to the human life and other lives on the planet. If you do these kind of things, you are serving the purpose of life. Not like Elon Musk or maybe Bill Gates or maybe Jeff Bezos and all those kinds of things. People are driving purpose out of themselves. They are rich people, that's all. They have earned more money than you and me, that's all. There's no big thing about them. What kind of purpose they are serving? Maybe they are giving jobs to the people, they are feeding the people. Fine, that is at one point they are serving some kind of social purpose and which is making sense. But if you go deeper enough and understand today the planet's problem, today the world's problem, today the society's problem is not the economy, which most of the people think. If you look at most of the leaders today on the planet, either they are political leaders or they are business leaders or they are spiritual leaders, majority of the people's ideas and thoughts are mostly the money centric, mostly the economic centric. With this kind of thought process, you can never serve the purpose of life. Only in the name of purpose you will bloody fulfill your stupid desires. Because if you go deep enough and try to understand what is the most sensible thing today on the planet is, then let's take an example of America, the most affluent nation on the planet. The kind of comfort and convenience and luxury and the money that they have, no other country on the planet has. If I just tell you the statistics that the average money that an American has, if all 7 billion people on the planet wants to have, we need 2.5 planets, which is practically impossible. And that's what most of the people are still trying to do in the name of purpose. Develop more money, more money, more money, more money. No, it is not going to bring the solution. If money was the solution, then all Americans would have become ecstatic till now. They should have become joyful and compassionate. But they are bloody sick and they are all ill, and all kinds of crazy diseases and ailments are happening in America. The sickest nation on the planet is America. This is statistics, I'm not saying my feelings. Which simply says that money is not bringing solutions. Money is not bringing well-being to the humankind and to the other creatures. At the same time, we should not underestimate the money because it has certain power to establish the civilization to a certain level, maybe to wear the clothes, maybe to eat the food, maybe to have a shelter. You need money. But to fulfill the endless desires, in the name of purpose, people have become economically centric. That is not the purpose of life. So to serve the purpose of life, first you work upon yourself, to work upon your possibilities, to your potential, develop it, harness it, make yourself stable, not because of this or not because of that. I'm repeatedly saying again and again and again, because unless you are happy because of something, you are not happy actually. Because you trying to fulfill your unfulfillment because of something or because of someone, because the moment that things will change, the moment the external environment will change, your happiness will get compromised. And the moment your happiness is compromised, your work into the world will get compromised. Again, you will try to exploit it, again you will try to execute it. That's what most of the people are doing in the name of happiness. All the kind of things that they're trying to do, just to milk the happiness from other people and other things. So the purpose of life is just this: work upon yourself, make yourself stable, happy, joyful and fulfilled and complete, and then do the sensible things in the society. If I say the most sensible thing today on the planet is not the economy, it's not the fitness, or it's not the rivers, or it's not this, or it's not that. The most fundamental problem on the planet today is the rise in the human consciousness. If human consciousness rise, automatically things will fall into the place. So we can work in that direction to whatever extent we can, and that is not a bloody big purpose, that is need of the hour. So be compassionate, be sustainable, be visionary, and do the sensible things in the society. That can be the purpose of life. So it is not something great, it is not something big, it is not something bloody famous, it is something sensible and simple. If you want to live a sensible life, then it makes sense. If you want to live some kind of stupid and in the name of your desire, all kinds of things and all kinds of, I would say, big pictures and this and that, then you can do, which most of the people are doing. So the purpose of this video was to make you understand the purpose of life, to know that as such there is no purpose of life. Just be happy and do the sensible things in the society. That's all is the need of the hour, is not even the purpose. And as such, you can never serve a universal purpose, because universe knows how to do the things when it's needed. So these are not big things, these are simple things. Thank you so much.